Welcome back to Calmsden. So, I am way behind getting this episode up. Did not have time to edit a video last week, but we are back. And it's January. So, January means one thing. Well, January means two things. First of all, it means lots and lots of snow. Secondly, January is finally sell time. So, our strategy all along was to cling on with our fingernails and try not to go broke until January, because we know the prices are highest in January. So that's our big job for today. Get all of our grain down to the sell point, get it sold, finally bank some money. So that's what we're up to here. Now I'm gonna just pull around to the silo here. I typically don't try to go through this way. Feels like a bit of a shortcut, which is fine, but it's a little bit tight. I feel like the farm policy should be to not go through this way. It's going to damage something. In any case, let's get pulled up here. Let's get pulled up. Do we have a menu? Are we hitting the trigger? Okay, so I do have it on good authority that the weather is going to clear up in the next couple of hours. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this load and maybe just hold off until sometime around midday, and hopefully it won't be as treacherous and we'll get this stuff sold. So let's roll forward. Okay, we're back. The day indeed has cleared up. Weather guys got it right. Let's see, we still got some snow on the tires. I'm sure that'll disappear pretty quickly once we get out of the road. So let's get this down to the sell point. I'll see you down there. Okay, we're here. Now I did say we're going to set up a worker to do this journey, but fear is a terrible thing. I just decided to bring the first load down just in case I get it way wrong. This is seasons, so I only have one chance to get my money every year, so I'm just going to manually bring down the first load, and then we'll set up an AI worker job. So it's just checking to make sure I'm actually at the right, just at the right tipping point. There are two down here. So once we get this tipped, we'll get back to the yard and we'll set up a worker job. Let's see how much we get here. 15,900. Brilliant. Okay, let's get back to the yard and set up a job. Okay, here we are. I've played with this menu before. For anybody who hasn't used it, I would give one piece of advice. Set the unloading station first, because the menu can be kind of finicky. If your unloading station is somewhere that doesn't accept, let's say for instance, barley, which is what we want, it won't come up in the first menu. So you got to set I think you got to set the unloading station first. So we're going to set up a job, our farm silo. We're going to take barley and we're going to unload it at farm store bay 1. And you'll see little looping options on there. So looping option just means that the driver is going to keep looping round and around. So we're going to collect from or unload from this silo, load from this, our farm silo, and unload at sell point. So what I'm going to do is, just in the first journey, I'm going to keep an eye just to see how this driver actually gets on. And once we're happy that all is well with the world, you can see him taking off there. Once we're happy that all is well with the world on the first trip, we'll let him off to take all the other loads. Okay, so far so good. Got through that first kind of tricky junction. And he's arrived. Perfect. So let's see if you can find the tipping point. Magic. Absolute magic. There he goes. Let's see, I presume this is 15.9 as well. Perfect. And away he goes. Absolute poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, guys. So, we know that works. I'm not sure exactly how many journeys the driver is going to have to take. I figure he'll have 7 or 8 to take anyway. So, this is magic. We can let the driver do this work away, and we can get on with a couple of other jobs we need to do. First job being, it's not quite time to plant yet, but it is time to buy some seed. Now we do have a seeder, of course, and we have the big T9 waiting to get into action. So while our worker is busy carting and selling our grain, we can just get on with this job. Just get up to the store and grab some seed. So we need the forks for this. Not sure how many I can carry at a time. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, so quick word on, as we're making the journey, quick word on the delay between episodes. Couple of things came around. First, Windows update absolutely destroyed my sound settings. Took me a couple of nights to get things back in order. My microphone was really badly affected by it, but we're back and we're up and running. Secondly, a number of my videos, previous videos, started throwing up copyright claims, which was really frustrating. I had used a piece of music over numerous time lapses, and it wasn't a copyright strike, but it's just a copyright claim, which basically means take down the music, please. It was a bit frustrating because the music itself was labelled or published as copyright free, but turns out not in all jurisdictions. So lesson learned for old Frankly. It was quite frustrating going back through videos and carving out old music and whatnot. But in any case, we're done and we are back at the dealership or the store. So as I said before we left, I'm not sure exactly how many bags I can carry in this thing. Didn't bring a trailer, which I might regret. So here goes. Here goes. Okay, seeds. Pretty straightforward decision. I don't think there's any messing about here. Okay, we're going to need quite a lot. Let's go 4. I don't think this will do us, to be honest. I think we're going to need a lot more, but it'll get us started. I think it'll more than fill the seeder. So, let's see if we can get all these up in one go. Gonna have to square up to them here. Yeah, let's come at them square, because the last thing I want to do is knock them over. Okay, just let's take up the other camera. That would never have worked from inside the cab. Okay. Whoops. We really don't want to knock these over. Oh, that back one. You little pup. Get in there. And we're away. Perfect. Ooh, animation on those bags really good. I like the way it kind of sort of stretches. Okay, let's get back to the yard. We better keep an eye out for the driver, actually. And sure enough, right on cue. Here he comes. Fantastic. I think we'll just leave him off in front. At least we can stay out of harm's way from behind. He's doing a great job. It's not really costing us a whole lot of cash either. See the money in the top right hand corner. It's ticking down very slowly, so it's well worth it. Let's see what the view is like inside the cab here, actually. Is he okay? Yeah. Okay, zip visibility. Okay, let's get back to the yard. And we're here. We are here. I was a little bit delayed on the way up here, so the driver is already refilled and on the way back. So you'll see the T9, the mighty T9, just waiting. Just sitting here purring, waiting for action. Okay, let's just fire it up and get the planter hitched up. I can't wait to get this thing in the field. This thing is going to be amazing. Funny enough, it was kind of after the tillage work was complete that we purchased this. I'd imagine it's where it's in the sort of tillage work that a machine like this would really come into its own. So this is a little bit tight. These articulate tractors, you can sort of, dare I say, wiggle your bum around just to shimmy some equipment between doorways and little narrow areas. Quite handy. So let's just pull out here. Let's give ourselves enough space to get filled up. We don't have a lot more to wait now to get that thing in the in the field. So let's present a couple of bags here. Get into position. Just take the menu off the screen. I don't think we'll need to push out the boom. You can see it's picking up there, I think. Perfect. Now, I don't know what we're going to plant, by the way. I do not know yet. I'm not sure. I think we'll have to do a little bit of barley somewhere, somehow, because we're going to need the straw. And the barley is brilliant for straw. I think it's the highest yielding for straw. Whoops. But other than some barley, I haven't made a decision yet. It won't be all barley. It certainly won't be wheat either. We might get some canola in the ground. If I think we can make enough straw elsewhere, we might get some canola in the ground. We'll see. It's quite high value. Not always the highest yield, but certainly high value. If anybody has any good ideas about what I should put in the ground, please do leave a comment. I'm just not quite sure myself. Now, I really shouldn't take too long about this. See the top right hand corner? Harvest income 14,900. That tells me that we just made money, but it also tells me that the worker is way down at the sell point, which I was just going to say just buys me a little bit of time because I need to get out of the way here once he gets back. So we need to push on with this job. Okay, we're done. We're done. Let's wiggle this back into the shed. Need to get out of the way. Nobody knows how that AI worker will react when he comes back into the yard if the place is strewn with machinery and equipment and tractors everywhere. Okay, so last trip, I've just taken over from the driver. He did a great day's work, and you could see, let's see, be aiming for in around 14,500 again. There we are, another 132,000. The wolf is finally away from the door. We finally have something in the bank. Now, I do not know what the strategy is, and I better come up with one quickly, because if I don't, I'll just start spending this money on machinery. So, next couple of episodes, we're going to start the planting, maybe a little bit of animal care as well, but we're going to come up with a plan for how we approach the year coming. Thanks for watching this episode, guys. See you soon.